Welcome, guys, to the Meet Damien channel. I am Damien, and in today's video, we're going to be talking about a few stocks that reported earnings and some stocks that did some pretty awesome moves in the markets today. We'll first start off by looking at the overall markets and how they're doing because we have about like 1 hour left until the closing bell for this Friday here, December 6th. Okay. So yeah, let's take a look at the markets here as I disappear to the bottom right corner of your screen here. All right. So yeah, we have here on the markets, we have Dow Jones is down 146 points, down about 0.33%. Nasdaq up 126 points, that is up 0.64%. S&P 500 up only 8 points for the day, up 0.13%. Gold up 0.29%. Gold is currently trading at 26.56 for per an ounce. Oil at $67 a barrel. All right. The U.S. 10-year Treasury at 4.19. And the VIX index is a little bit tame, but it's going down about 3.84%. We had U.S. jobs report earlier today. It came in as expectations. Unemployment ticked up about a little bit, up to like 4.2% for the unemployment rate. Yeah, so let's get into Ulta Beauty. We'll talk about that one first. Then we'll talk about Marvel, and then CleanSpark, which is a Bitcoin miner, and then we'll talk about MicroStrategy, which is another technology company, but that company is tied into Bitcoin because they own a bunch of Bitcoin. So we'll save that towards then I'll start taking your requests here, guys. But yeah, let's look at Ulta Beauty right here. Okay, so Ulta Beauty's shares, this is coming from an article from CNBC, came out on Thursday, December 5th. Ulta Beauty shares, they popped as retailer beats earnings expectations despite demand fears. Okay. Ulta Beauty beat Wall Street's revenue and sales expectations for the fiscal third quarter, off fears of heightened competition with rivals and cooling demand for makeup and skincare items. All right, let's go ahead and flip this over. Okay. All right, so my TikTok streamers now see what we're looking at here. The company hiked its full-year outlook slightly to reflect better than anticipated results. Ulta Beauty fiscal third quarter expectations, fending off fears of fiercer competition and slowing demand for makeup and skincare. The retailer hiked its full-year outlook slightly to reflect the better than expected results for the fiscal year. It said it now expects net sales to range from 11.1 billion to 11.2 billion. Oh, that's pretty compared with its previous guidance for 11 billion to 11.2. Okay, so they raised it up a little bit. It said it now expects full-year earnings per year to range from $23.20 to $23.75, up from $22.60 to $23.50. For the full year, the comparable sales forecast range from a decline of 1% to flat. The comparable sales metric, sales as at Ulta stores open at least 14 months, along with online sales. Despite the raised outlook, sales to decline by the low single digits. In a news release, CEO Dave Kimball said he's proud of the progress the company's made and encouraged by early signs that our efforts to reinforce our market position and drive improved performance are gaining traction. Yeah. Here's what the earnings per share came out to, about $5.40 versus the $4.54. And in revenue was $2.53 billion versus $2.5 billion expected. Ulta shares ended up rising about 10% after hours for after hours trading. Okay. You guys do some more reading on your own time here, but let's get into what Ulta Beauty stock looks like. Hey, Eddie, good to see that you made it to the stream, but we're talking about stocks here first, then we're going to talk about crypto afterwards, okay? So I don't know if you want to come back like maybe like 20 minutes later, we'll probably be talking about crypto. All right. And we'll start off with Bitcoin. But right now we're doing stocks. Okay. All right. Back to Ulta Beauty. Okay. Currently trading at $429.66, up 9% today. Okay. Let me just zoom in here of the daily chart. You can see that we had a gap up on Ulta Beauty because they had better than expected earnings. Okay. It looks like Ulta Beauty got above the 200-day moving average and also the 200-day smooth moving average, which is this orange line. So that's very bullish price action for Ulta Beauty, and it shot up. Okay. Let's see if I zoom out here a little bit more. It looks like Ulta Beauty put in a double bottom at the $320 area. Also right around here, $330 area. So I doubt we'll ever see Ulta Beauty at $330 or lower anytime soon, because they had good earnings and they also had a double bottom. Okay, that's a double bottom right there. This might have been just because of back here in August, we had some bad news about the Middle East. And then also, we also had like Japan carry trade stuff going on, brought the markets. And then also like back here in November, I'm not sure why Ulta Beauty decided to drop about 2 weeks ago, but it did. Okay. But it created a double bottom, and the double bottom pattern is bullish. It means that it's like a reversal pattern. So it means that we're done going down in price here. And if Ulta Beauty decides to go up higher, I do see some resistance here at the $480 level. Okay. But if it's able to break past that, then I could see some more price action near, we'll probably get some resistance at the $520 level. Looks like Ulta Beauty was trading around that area in February. It was at like $540. And then also back here in April of 2023, it was at like $530. So those could be the next price targets that I could see for Ulta Beauty coming up here in the future. Okay. Guys, if you know anybody else that's interested in stocks, go ahead and start sharing this video with your friends or family members who are also interested in stocks, just like you, where we do a deep dive as to like what companies' earnings are doing, and then we look at the charts as well to figure out where the stock might go next. Here with Ulta Beauty, I do not see a bearish case of Ulta Beauty after it just reported good earnings. If Ulta Beauty does decide to come down, we might see some support here at the $410 level and definitely near the $400 psychological level. Okay. So yeah, Ulta Beauty, if you didn't get it now, you could wait and hope that it comes back down to the $400 area. But we also have some support here at the moving averages. We have $406 support area on the 200-day moving average for Ulta Beauty. So if you do see it get down to like the low 400s, like 406, then maybe you could scoop some cheaper shares up if you're looking to buy some more shares of Ulta Beauty. All right, let's move on to Marvel stock. Okay, not the Marvel the company. Yeah, Marvel stock. This is a Marvel technology company. Okay, Marvel stock. They say that their stock has soared 23% as strong demand for artificial intelligence chips drive Q3 demand results and guidance above expectations. And this is coming from Motley Fool. Is the news article here? Let's see. They got so many things to look at here. The chipmaker CEO said management expects substantial momentum to continue in the next fiscal year. Shares of Marvel Technologies surged 23% on Wednesday, following the data infrastructure semiconductor specialist release on the prior afternoon of its report for the third quarter of fiscal 2025, which ended November 2nd, 2024. Okay. Investors' positive reaction can be attributed to the quarter revenue and earnings beating Wall Street consensus estimates and fourth quarter guidance for both top and bottom lines, beating by analysts' expectations. Powerful demand for artificial intelligence, AI capabilities was the driver of Marvel's quarterly growth and better than expected guidance. And here are the numbers for you guys to take a look at. Their revenue came in for fiscal quarter 2025, Q3 2025, at $1.52 billion. Operating income, 702.8 million. I think with it being in parentheses, that's a loss. Okay. Net income, 676.3 million in parentheses. Okay, so I think that's also another loss. And then adjusted net income at $373 million. Their earnings per share, 78 cents. Looks like it's also a loss as well. And an adjusted EPS came at 43 cents. Okay. So here they continue on in the article saying that investors should focus mainly on the adjusted numbers, which exclude one-time items. Adjusted net income excludes $715 million restructuring charges, $264 million in amortization of acquired intangible assets, $158 million in stock-based compensation, and other small positive and negative items. So those things won't those are one-off items that affected their quarter, but it shouldn't affect the next quarters going forward. Wall Street was looking for adjusted EPS of 40 cents on revenue of 1.45 billion. So Marvel surpassed both expectations. In the quarter, Marvel generated cash of $536 million, running its operations up 7% from the year ago period. The company ended the quarter with cash and equivalents of $868 million, up 7% from the prior quarter, and long-term debt of $3.97 billion on its balance sheet. So overall, pretty good quarter for Marvel Technologies, and they're in the AI space. Okay, so they should be having a bright future coming up for them, because we all know that AI is the hot ticket item in the stock market world these days. Okay, so it says the data center end markets phenomenal growth of 98% year over year was driven by a strong demand for the company's AI-related products. These mainly include its custom AI chips, which are application-specific integrated circuits, or ASICs, and interconnect products for AI-enabled data centers. Okay. I mean, there's just more to read here, but let's see what the CEO had to say. In the earnings release, CEO Matt Murphy commented on the quarter's results and the outlook for Q4. Marvel's fiscal third quarter revenue grew 90% sequentially, well above the midpoint of our guidance, driven by strong demand for AI. For the fourth quarter, we are forecasting another 19% sequential revenue growth at the midpoint of guidance, while year over year, we expect revenue growth to accelerate significantly to 26%, marking the beginning of a new era for growth for Marvel. So guys, if you're looking for a growth start, you might want to add Marvel to your portfolio here, okay? Because it looks like not only are they making a lot of money, but they're expecting to make more money going into next year. And their guidance here for the fiscal Q4, management expects a revenue of $1.8 billion, which equates to a growth of 26% year over year. Adjusted EPS of between 54 and 64 cents, which equates to a growth of 17 to 39%, 28% at the midpoint. Going into release, Wall Street has been expecting EPS of 52 cents and revenue of 1.65 billion. So they're raising guidance. So with raising guidance, I'm expecting that to also cause the stock to go up in price as well. Let's take a look at Marvel here. Okay. Let's see what we can expect with Marvel Technology. Okay. Okay, so Marvel is currently trading at $113.90 as we speak. Market closes 40 minutes from now. Okay, so this is live trading right now, guys. And Marvel just a few days ago was trading on Tuesday. It closed the day out at $95.91. And then the following day, it gapped up to $112. It got as high as $119 on Wednesday, $119.88. So maybe we get some sideways consolidation here before Marvel starts going to higher prices. This is very bullish. Okay, looking at the moving averages, we have the white line above the green line above blue, blue above red, red above orange. Okay, so that's the 21 EMA, the 50-day moving average, the 100-day moving average, and the 200-day and the 200 smooth moving average. And that's what it looks like during the beginning of a bull run. And it looks like it started at the beginning of that bull run roughly around September. Okay. So, but let's see. We'll zoom out a little bit more to see what this stock looks like. So yeah, it looks like Marvel was creating basically a cup, okay, like a cup and handle pattern, which is bullish, okay. And usually with a cup and handle, you get like, all right, so this would be the cup, and then the handle would probably be like somewhere over here. But it looks like we're just shooting up. Forget about the handle. It looks like we're shooting up to higher prices here, okay. The bearish case, I'll do the bearish case before I do the bullish case. The bearish case is that the stock for some reason comes back to fill in the gap that it made here at like $98 and $100. Okay, maybe you can scoop up some Marvel Technology if you see it get down to $100. Okay, which it currently is at $113. Yeah, if you see it at $100, I would try to scoop it up because that's also where the white 21 EMA line is at. Right now, the white 21 EMA is at 94.18. So 100 psychological level is even above that number. Okay. So the bearish case, I believe it could come down to this area at the psychological $100 level. But the way this thing's going, it's probably going to continue going up on a tear. I'm just going to do a quick Fibonacci retracement here. Let's see. I'll take this down to this level right here at 69. Such a great number. Yeah, this thing got as high as about what $119. Okay, so if we are to see higher prices here for Marvel, I believe we can see that the 1618 is a good first price target area. $150.67 seems to be the next price target for Marvel Technologies here. And then if it's able to continue past that, then we got the 2618 at $201, and that might be sometime in 2025. I don't think it's going to do that this month. And I'm just zooming out to see if Marvel Technologies has ever been this high before. Where we go? Yeah, it's never been this high. So Marvel's at all-time highs right now as we speak, guys. So this thing is in price discovery mode. The sky's the limit. Well, earnings are the limit, but people with fevered spirits, they could push the stock higher. And I'm expecting $150 right over there to be the next target, and then $200 will probably be the next target for Marvel Technologies. Guys, I'll be doing requests probably after the next couple of stocks that I'm going to talk about here. So go ahead and put your requests in if you're interested in me reviewing your stock and going over the price chart for your stock and doing some analysis on it. I also talk about cryptos, so be ready for me to talk about cryptos if you want me to talk about cryptos. But for now, we're going to be sticking with stock market world. I do this every Friday. We talk about stocks every Friday. So put that in your calendar. Every Friday afternoon, we talk about stocks here. Okay. So all right. Sorry about that, guys. I actually had that. Have to do this analysis one more time for my YouTube video, guys, because I didn't have the tab open. I'm sorry. So $114 is where it's at. And like I said, just looking at the Fibonacci analysis here for Marvel, $150 is the next price target. That's the 1618 level there. And then $200 would be the next target after 150. And the bearish case is that we come back down to the $100 level, which is currently where the 0.618 Fibonacci level is at. $100 would be the bearish case for Marvel. Okay. All right. Moving on to the next stock that we're going to talk about. That one's going to be CleanSpark, which is a Bitcoin miner. Okay. Let me go ahead and try to pull up CleanSpark's earnings here. Which one do I want to look at? Look at investing.com here. Okay. All right. So trying to get the news article here for CleanSpark. CleanSpark earnings, they missed by 51 cents. Revenue, although topped estimates. Okay. And I believe the reason why they missed their earnings is because they did a lot of investments, a lot of one-time investments to put more miners online so they can mine more Bitcoin. But we'll see. We'll see what they have to say here. CleanSpark reported reported the first quarter EPS of 69 cents. 51 cents was worse than analysts' estimate of 18 cents, negative 18 cents. Revenue for the quarter came in at $378 million versus the consensus estimate of $88 million. So they definitely beat on revenue, okay? But they lost more money than they were expected to make, to be losing on earnings. CleanSpark stock price closed at $14.52. It is up 69% in the last 3 months and up 90% in the last 12 months. CleanSpark saw one positive earnings per share revision and 0 negative earnings per share revisions in the last 90 days. Okay. Is that all they have in this news article? I don't know. I think we need to get a better news article than that, guys. Sorry about that. Let's see what Benziga has to say. All right, yeah. So, geez, they always want to sell you something here. So the company beat on earnings per share. Yeah, let me just make sure that's the right one. Jesus, with the ads. Jeez, I'm sorry about this, guys. Earnings per share estimate at minus 4 cents. They were expecting to only lose 1 cent. Their revenue estimate came in 110. I'm sorry, this is the wrong number. Is that Q3? Yeah, that's the number we want. Okay. Yeah, so there's not really that much for CleanSpark here. Let's just look at the stock here, okay? CleanSpark. All right. CleanSpark is currently trading at $14.88. And it reported its earnings earlier this week. Pretty much like a nothing burger as far as I see it with candles here. I mean, we had a few good green candles here, probably because it's moving in sympathy with the price of Bitcoin. They are a Bitcoin miner. We did see a relative local high here back in November 11th, where we saw CleanSpark get as high as $17.87. Okay. Looks like CleanSpark is doing basically a bull flag here. Okay. From what I'm seeing. Okay. If we just measure out from here to here. Okay. And then I do basically the flag here. And then another one coming from this area. So this is what I'm expecting. It looks like CleanSpark is pretty much about to fill out the rest of this bull flag here. And when it's done flagging, okay, I'm expecting it to continue up to higher prices here because Bitcoin itself is also continuing up to higher prices. And where could that send us? Okay, if we break out of this bull flag on CleanSpark, I could see us getting up to like $23.45. Which is like basically roughly $9 above where it is currently trading at right now. Percentage wise, that should be a pretty decent move. Okay, going from basically $14.90 to that area, you would get like a 57% gainer on this stock. Could be coming up on deck. And the $23 area kind of makes sense. Okay, the $23.45 area, that blue number makes sense because it's roughly where it was trading at earlier back in March when Bitcoin was only at like $73,000. We saw like $24 CleanSpark back in March. So maybe CleanSpark is going to try to make some new highs for the year before it ends 2024. And then, of course, going into 2025, I'm expecting that stock to do pretty well. If it's generating more revenue and it's only doing one-time items on its expenses that drag down its earnings for the quarter, then yeah, I'm expecting CleanSpark to go up to higher prices, and it has been up to higher prices, like $30 level back here in like March of 2021. So yeah, be on the lookout for CleanSpark. If I pull up the moving averages real quick, maybe it will show us what the bearish case might be if for some reason CleanSpark decides to go down in price. Then maybe it can get some support on the 100-day moving average, which is this blue line right here. The 100-day moving average is currently at $12.11. So maybe $12 might be a good support area for CleanSpark. It also happens to be like where some of the tops were back here in October. So I would expect that resistance to then become support if CleanSpark decides to go down in price for whatever reason here. Let's currently take a look at the price of Bitcoin, see if it's promising for CleanSpark, because they are a Bitcoin miner. Looks like Bitcoin, the price of Bitcoin is at $102,000 roughly, and Bitcoin's having a good day here. Bitcoin is climbing. Looks like it's near the highs for the day. $102,054 is the highest price here, coming off of data from Coinbase Exchange. So Bitcoin is on the up and run. All right. And I have done analysis on my previous videos with Bitcoin, but just looking back, looking at the Fibonacci analysis here, with Bitcoin topping off at $104,000 and it coming off of an impulse move from like $72,000, the 1618 fib node number is at $123,000. So we could see $123,000 Bitcoin in the near term future here, okay, which would be good for CleanSpark, okay? That means they can make more money, more revenue mining their Bitcoin. And then, of course, we got the 2618 level here for Bitcoin, saying that is at $154,000, okay? And let me just let me just get rid of that for now. And if I draw out the bull flag that is creating, okay, all right, if we're just using regular trend analysis here, okay, and we just say that Bitcoin is going to continue on with that trend, okay, then you're looking at like Bitcoin getting up to like $135,000, that blue number, 135,915, could be in store for Bitcoin, could be coming up on deck here, okay? And even this trend analysis kind of gives you an idea what the target date might be for that. It's saying like around January 10th, okay, 2025, you might see Bitcoin get up to like 135 grand, okay? So there you go. That's enticing and bullish. Some bullish price action there for Bitcoin. We'll see if it can do it or not. My buddy Eddie, okay, if you're still in the chat here, Eddie, we're gonna look at Ethereum here real quick, and then we're gonna look at MicroStrategy, which is another stock that benefits from having exposure to Bitcoin. Okay, so yep, let's look at Ethereum as Eddie requested here. Thank you for the requests. Feel free to make more requests on any other cryptos you want to talk about. And Ethereum is currently trading at $4,081, up 7%, 7.7% today. And Ethereum was trading in this parallel channel. All right, let me just, I'll get rid of some of these lines here for you so you guys can see it better. Hide that, yeah. So Ethereum was in for the longest time here, ever since like the beginning of November. It was like just bouncing up and down, ping-ponging in between this rising, ascending channel here, or you can call it like a rising bull flag. Geez, and that's very bullish. And if Ethereum, I charted this out before, but if we take the measure impulse move that it did back here in the beginning of November, to like where it topped out here in like the middle of November, and we just take that measured move and we bring it over here. I've already done this here, but I just want you guys to follow along here. It's saying that Ethereum should get back to its all-time high of $4,800. Okay, we're looking at a $4,800 Ethereum, and that could happen next week, sometime here in December, according to this analysis here, this trend analysis. Okay, if we're breaking out right now, we could see $4,800, about a 20% gain in the price of Ethereum. Ethereum is, I believe, above the highs for the year too. Ethereum was as high as, oh, sorry, no, Ethereum got up to like $4,093. So we're very close to making the highs for the year on Ethereum as we speak. Okay, as trading continues on here for Ethereum. And then after that, I mean, I'm expecting all hell to break loose this weekend. I'm expecting Ethereum to go up to probably $4,400 this weekend, maybe a 10% move on top of what it did today. So look out, guys. If you're shorting Ethereum, I'd be very careful right now because it looks like it wants to run up. Okay, but if this is the top for Ethereum and Ethereum decides to come down, then we do have the moving averages here giving some support. We could see Ethereum drop down to like $3,400-$3,500. Seems to be a nice support area. And if you're bullish on Ethereum, then you could probably buy over there at $3,400-$3,500. And if you're shorting Ethereum, you could probably start taking profit near $3,400-$3,500 level, because other than that, anything more, you're probably being too greedy. And I'm expecting even more support at like the $3,000 level, $3,100 level for Ethereum. All right, back to one more stock here, and then I'm going to take any more requests from you guys here. Yeah, I can talk about stocks or crypto. Okay. So just tell me what your favorite asset is, and I'll go ahead and analyze it on the charts here. But we're going to look at MicroStrategy, because MicroStrategy is a stock that is benefiting from the rise of the price of Bitcoin here. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. All right. So MicroStrategy is currently trading at $395.40 here. Okay. It's still trading. We got like 22 minutes left in the stock market before trading closes. And MicroStrategy did get as high as back in November 21st, got as high as $543. And then it created basically a flag. It's doing some consolidation here. Okay. So we'll see what it decides to do with this consolidation. But if the price of Bitcoin is going to continue on to $130,000, like I said previously in this video, then this stock is also going to continue on and breaking its all-time highs here. Now, I did do a Fibonacci analysis on MicroStrategy earlier, and it's saying that the 1618 level should be about $796. Okay, we could see a $790, $800 MicroStrategy probably sometime in 2025 here. And if it continues on further, if Bitcoin goes up to like 200 or 300 grand next year, then we could see MicroStrategy at $1,269. Okay. And what I like about MicroStrategy right now is, yeah, it did get overheated and overbought back in the third week of November here, but the RSI has cooled down. Okay. RSI currently is at 58. Okay. So there's some room to run for MicroStrategy. Okay. And it is getting some support here off the 21 EMA, that white line, where it normally hovers around that line. When it gets too far away, it comes back down. If it goes too far down, it comes back up to that white line. Okay. So yeah, that and the white line is trending upward and to the right. So that probably means we're going to higher prices here, guys, as long as we stay above that white line. Okay. Bearish case is, price of Bitcoin drops down for whatever reason, or the company reports bad earnings or bad revenue for whatever reason. And maybe it drops down to like the green line here, which is the 50-day moving average. And that is currently at $277 for MicroStrategy. Also happens to be where we have a fib node level at, okay, at like $267. So the bearish price target for MicroStrategy is around like 267, okay. 267 is confluent with where the 50-day moving average is at like 267, 277. Okay. So that is the bearish case for MicroStrategy here. But let's get back into Bitcoin. My God, let's see. This thing is climbing up. I am currently in a Bitcoin futures trade on Bitcoin right now. I made some money earlier today, but I'm also trying to push it a little bit more. See if I can go. See if I can get more significant price action. If Bitcoin can just get back to where it was yesterday, okay, at $104,000. I believe that was actually like Thursday morning, early morning hours, basically Wednesday night. Looks like Bitcoin is trying to make a go for it right now. Let's try to zoom in a little bit, see what Bitcoin is doing on the 5-minute chart here. So we're really zooming in here. And Bitcoin is still bullish on the 5-minute chart above the white EMA. And even if we move on to the 1-minute chart here, Bitcoin is once again still trending upward and to the right, and it's above the white 21 EMA on the 1-minute chart here, and the RSI is not even overheated. It's at 60. Okay, stochastics are at 74, 75, so it can still have some more room to go. And then as far as MACD goes, let me just try to zoom in a little bit here on the MACD. You see this bottom indicator that I'm looking at. Okay, MACD says we might even get a few more bullish minutes here left. We just had some bearish minutes here, okay, where we had a drop down in price, but looks like we're going back. We're gonna get back into the green again on the MACD here. Let's see how this candle closes. We're looking at the 1-minute chart on Bitcoin. Okay, zooming in like we're day traders over here. Yeah, I just see like this is like a parallel channel rising, an ascending parallel channel, and it's just probably going to stay in that parallel channel until it decides to break out of it, either to the downside or to the upside. Okay, so if I just draw out this parallel channel right here, Bitcoin is probably just going to stay in that little green channel there till it decides to either go up or down out of it. But I'll just have that channel there for some guidance here as we watch the price of Bitcoin. Let me see if there's any requests. See what's going on here on the live chat. Eddie said Ethereum. Okay. Yep. We already talked about Ethereum. Hopefully we're able to get that analysis. I might dip over to CoinMarketCap just to see what else is booming here with Bitcoin and Ethereum. Just looking at my my cryptos that I look at normally here. You can see that Solana is up 1.3%, Bitcoin up 5%, AVAX up 4%, SUI 0.49%, Ethereum 7.38%. Looking really good on Ethereum. XLM up 3%. Bitcoin Cash up 7.6%. Dogecoin up 3%. Cardano up 5%. Riot up 5.9%. Okay, I got some Bitcoin miners here. The Bitcoin miner Hut 8 is up 10%. Coinbase Exchange is up 7.6%. And we got Link up 8% today. Storage up 5%. And Uniswap, look at Uniswap up 21%. Let's take a look at Uniswap here, guys, real quick. Uniswap is currently trading at $18. And let me just move this up here so you guys can see. $18.27. And it's having a good old day here. Let me zoom out the daily chart here. Wow, look at that big green candle there, guys. They are printing money in Uniswap land. I'll tell you that. So this is just currently in a bull trend here, and it looks like it's just breaking out. Looks like we haven't seen Uniswap get this high. It's up for highs for the year because back in like March of 2024, Uniswap got as high as $17. So Uniswap at $18 is just, those are the highs for the year. If Uniswap decides to go to lower prices here, I mean, no, I'm sorry. If it decides to go to higher prices here, what are the resistance levels? So here we are, $18. I see some already. I see some opening and closing candles. The $21 level seems to be like a resistance area for Uniswap. So mark that as a potential price target area. Then I also see here at like $28. That should be a another price target area for Uniswap. So Uniswap has been at higher prices. It's nice to see that it's finally catching some bids here. And then the all-time high for Uniswap seems to be right here at $44.64. So that's what, like a 2.5x from where it is right now, roughly. Yeah, you could be up about 2.5x on your Uniswap investment if you want to get some exposure to Uniswap. All right. All right. I'm gonna switch this camera on my TikTok to me. Now you guys can see me. All right. And let's see, we got some messages here. All right, let's see what is being said in the TikTok stream. Yeah, I don't really see anybody saying anything here. We were talking about stocks and we talking about cryptos here just briefly. I think I got to close out some positions here on my futures. I am doing some active trading right now. See which one, what do I want to close out? Huh. Interesting. Guys, I think I'm going to make that the end of the stream unless I get any more requests here. I like to keep it short and sweet on Fridays. I have things I like to do on Friday evenings here. I like to enjoy my Friday evenings. So that's why I started the stream here earlier than I normally do. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, go ahead and smash that like button. And if you're new to the community, go ahead and click that subscribe button so you can see more stock market videos like this. But we also talk about stock cryptos as well. So yeah, if you're enjoying this kind of analysis, go ahead and feel free to join the community and click the subscribe button and click the notification button as well, so that way you get notified when I go live again. Okay. My next live stream is going to be on Sunday at 5 p.m. We're going to be talking about cryptos because there's not really much going on in stock market world around that time. So yeah, be on the lookout for my next live stream Sunday, 5 p.m. East Coast time. And until then, good luck with trading and investing, guys. That's going to be it for today. Take care.